طيب الآن نستمر إلى المرشح بعده. جاء من الصف
The program
الثالث العادي
Malikul
وهو من المرحلة الثانوية طبعا. من هو Dzikri al-Ghifari ja'a min dairati Sidoarjo. Falyatafaddal mashkuran bitasbih.
Wow, my brother is so up.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, in the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful, the God of the universe and creator of everything, this beautiful opportunity, I never forget to convey salawat and salam to our greatest Muhammad, who has sent by Allah to guide the all of human being from stupid era to Islamic era which full of knowledge and technology. Honorable to the all of teachers and moderator who has given me the limited time to big and a golden opportunity to deliver my presentation. Well, I'm sitting here. I would like to presentation what must be presented, and according to my own confusion, they have been written by my own self in the competition. And the title is The Rule of Education and Learning to the Human Being. And actually, in my presentation, I divided the education into two kinds. The first is generalized education. As we know that generalized education is a word or action that give an impact to the human being from child until dead. And for second education is special education.
Standing.
As we know that special education is a word or action that prepares someone's self to get a proper life. And how about learning? Learning is a word or program that teach all of human beings about knowledge and science. And now we are gonna do the second point. And the second point is the most important between them. Here, the meaning is the most important between education and learning. The most important between education and learning is education. Why? The most important is education. Because education is a word or action that prepares someone's self to get a proper life. And the question here, what is proper life? Proper life is a nice, good and suitable life in the future. And now we are going to the education has a big role to the human being. Why education has a big role to the human being? Because as we know together with the rhythm of time, education, no human, no one was born perfectly, smart and good, but everything it need a long time and strong desire from the outside of their parent. Exactly. And now we are arrived at the last point. The last point is how do we to get a good education and learning? Actually, here we as human beings, we absolutely need the important things. And the important thing is divided into two kinds. The first is the struggle and sacrifice character. And the second is the patient character. For the first character is the struggle and sacrifice character. We as human beings to get education and learning, we absolutely need, we have to place our enjoy, our street of life with struggle and sacrifice. Because why? As what have been stated in the expression we chose, the struggle without sacrifice is nonsense. It means that struggle without sacrifice is nonsense, and sacrifice without struggle is nonsense. Here it shows that struggle is need sacrifice, and sacrifice is need struggle. And now to the second character is patient character.
Amen.
We as human beings, as we know that together with the rhythm of time, that patient character is very important to get education and learning. Why? We as human beings absolutely need the patient character. Because to pace our state of life, we have to patient for stare every obstacle, every mistake. As we know that the human being is a part of wrong and mistake. But if we do all of our progress of studying about education and learning, of course, we will not get anything even education and learning. But we will not say. But some like the tree without fruit and the male without female. And that's all that I can deliver to you all in my presentation. And the last I say, peace, love, and respect for Indonesia. Assalamualaikum.
Okay, directly only. For the teachers who want to ask a question, time is yours.
Okay, thanks for your good presentation. And now, I will pass on to you some questions. And now, I will pass on to you some question maybe for about your conclusion. The question is, why the education is very important for our life? Maybe just in front.
Okay, I say thank you very much to the Mr. Wahyu, and I will answer the question from Mr. Wahyu. As we know that education, why education more important than learning? Because education is preparing someone self to get a proper life, nice and suitable life in the future. So if you want to get a proper life or suitable life, of course, you have to study more about education. That's all that I can deliver, and it's all perfect. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Proud of you, Dzikri.